Hello, my name is Xinara Bascombe and I'm 17 years old and I'm from the beautiful island of Barbados. My passion for climate advocacy originated when I wanted to pursue a career where I can use my science, technology, and skills to innovate ways in which I can help others in their efforts against climate change. I found that career, and that was environmental engineering. That has now helped me to develop a strong determination to use my leadership skills to encourage my generation to do more. Youth Leaders for Climate Restoration has given me the opportunity to express my urgency. Before I start, I would just like you to imagine. Imagine someone comes right now to invade your space and steal everything that you have worked hard for. Would you stand by and let it happen, or would you retaliate? As humans, our natural instinct is to protect ourselves, our home, our family, our friends, and even our assets. So, why don't we have the same impulse to protect our Earth? We inhabited Earth, yet we still aren't doing enough to help our Earth. I want to say that we are not being the defenders or the protectors of our Earth, we are being the destroyers. I just want to ask you, would you intentionally burn your house down? I know some of you are looking at me like, what? But honestly, would you intentionally burn your house down? And any sane person would say no. However, that is exactly what we're doing. We're intentionally burning our house down. And it's happening right in front of our eyes, and we still aren't doing enough. Humans, for a fact, have known and studied the effects of our actions for more than 150 years. That is 150 years of damaging our Earth, our climate, our ecosystems, and even ourselves. Yet we are trying to fix 150 years or more of damage in less than 60. Think about that. It impacts our future and also future generations. Our job here right now is to ensure that our Earth is here for future generations and that our climate is healthy and livable. It also goes beyond that, and it goes beyond making sure that future generations are even able to be here, because at the rate we are going, humanity could become possibly extinct. I therefore believe it is important for people, especially the younger generation, to not only be interested but involved in saving our climate, because it is not only about beating this climate crisis, but it is also about saving our future. We are the impact for our climate and the voice for our climate, and without our help, our Earth will spiral out of control to a point where it will be irreversible. Think about for 1 second if someone came up to you right now and asked you, what is the most important action we have to take to fight the effects of climate change? The first thing that comes to people's minds is reducing emissions. And technically, yes, you are right, but it goes beyond that. Reducing emissions is referred to as mitigation, and along with mitigation, adaptation plays a major role. Adaptation refers to learning to live with the effects of climate change. Both are important. However, there is a very crucial component that we all seem to forget, and that is restoration. Restoration focuses on the lingering carbon, the carbon that was emitted and is still circulating in our atmosphere. Restoration is an important way to strategize plans and policies in order for us to successfully reach our goal of net zero emissions by the year 2050. However, it goes beyond that, and beyond that is carbon negative. The difference is that net zero emissions focuses on only reducing emissions to the lowest amount, while carbon negative focuses on not increasing emissions, and it also focuses on removing more carbon than we emit. This is why restoration is such an indispensable step, and this is why it is the paramount to revolutionize climate change as we know it. I want to personally reach out to my fellow youth leaders because it is our job to innovate creative ways to motivate our generation to advocate for our climate. It is our future that is being imperiled. It not only applies to the younger generation, but it also applies to the older generation. I know most people are going to be like, oh, yes, I'm only a kid, and I used to think so too. Yes, there's not much we can do as the younger generation because most things that have to be implemented can only be implemented by those in power. However, what we can do is to use our voices to encourage others around us so that we can have everyone to advocate for our climate. We also can implement ways on reducing our carbon footprint, starting a recycling process in your community, even joining a youth organization just like me at the Youth Leaders for Climate Restoration. We can also implement restorative strategies, for example, tree planting, which is an essential component as we need trees now that we ever needed in centuries. I don't think that we can continue on the path that we are on right now and expect to survive till 2050. And we cannot wait for another 150 years to act. It is my future and it is also my generation's future that is at stake. And we need to act fast. We need to be prudent and we need to be respectful for our wishes. Thank you.